Hello and welcome to this really wonderful, juicy morning stretch for you. So we're going to start standing, take the feet a little wider than hip distance, place the hands onto the hips. We're going to start with a hip circle going all the way around. So it might start as a smaller circle, but eventually I want us to get to a nice deep circle, pushing hips forward, side and back. So you're going to be feeling a nice stretch along the backs of those legs when we get chest lowered, and maybe hip flexes as we push hips forwards. Let's go the opposite way. It really does make all the world of difference. Just a little 15-minute stretch out. So good for us. Good. Okay, from here we're going to take the feet even wider and we're going to turn the left toe towards the top of the mat. From here we're going to send the hips back. Keep the hands on the hips for a start, just pushing the hips back, and we'll feel a nice stretch along the inner thigh. Good, and then pulling back to center, we're going to rotate the left foot in, take the right foot out, and again, hips travel back. So using the hands on the hips really gives you that little understanding there of that hip tilts back in space. And again, us feeling it down the inner thigh. Wonderful. And then pulling back through, pivoting the foot round, back to the left side. This time we're going to bend the knee as we come forward. So a little bit of a lunge and then to straighten. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Pivot the foot in, go straight to the opposite side and take it for 5, 4, a little bit of toning, strengthening work here. 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Pivot your foot back in. Now we're in a wide leg position. So the toes are slightly in, heels out. And we're going to hinge from the hips as we fold down. Good. Now I like you to let the head hang heavy. I'm going to remove the hands. They might just be dangling in space. That's all good. Maybe they're reaching the ground. Once you're down here, I want you to push your hips backwards. So imagine you are sitting yourself onto an imaginary chair, but the legs are staying straight. It's just this direction of travel going back. And here, really nice and soft through the neck muscles, the head is hanging free, shoulders are free. Deep breath in and out. A couple more. Good. Now, starting to make our way back up, we're going to bring the feet in just a little bit, so like a one heel toe motion, and feel free to have the knees bent, and we're going to take a sway from one side to the other, so the upper body is nice and free. Maybe we grab opposite elbows here, and as we travel to each side, we're feeling that stretch down the leg. Maybe the eyes are closed. Lovely. And then slow it down. And instead of a side-to-side sway, we're going to do a pulsing sway forwards and backwards. Nice. Really good one in the morning. Just flip it upside down. Get the energy rising. Stretching the backs of the legs at the same time. Whew, wonderful. Right. Now, here are your options. We're going to take hand to the floor, left hand, or to a block or anything you've got to raise it up. If your hand doesn't quite reach, definitely get something underneath there. And then we're going to open up our right arm. And we're going to follow that hand as far back as we can. So we're getting a really nice, lovely twist. At the same time, stretch down the left inner thigh. Now we'll stay here, or if you want, we'll bend at the elbow and tuck those fingers into the hip crease of the left side. Keep looking up though. And that same sensation, sending the hips back in space. So we stretch through the glutes, hamstring, all the way up the backs of those legs. Beautiful. Unravel yourself, lower down, and we'll swap sides. And then right hand is down, left hand's reaching up. And again, maybe we take the option for that bind. Nice. And unravel. Wonderful. Okay, both hands onto the floor or onto whatever block you've got here. And we're going to pivot heels in. And we'll sit down into our squat and then straighten the legs, drop the head 5 times. Going to sit down nice and deep and then rock it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Coming to sit down, and this time to stay here. So we want to work towards tall spine, heels down. Doesn't mean we have to be there right now, but that's the aim, okay? If it's more comfortable for you, we're going to lift up a little bit, hands to the knees, but keep the sensation of dropping the bum down, keeping chest lifted. And wherever we are, 5 deep breaths. So in through the nose and out through the mouth. Two more. Last one. Super. Hands go back down, head hangs heavy. And here, start to take the feet to a hip distance. And then a nice generous bend of your knees. And roll up. I'm going to take a little standing flow sequence here. Roll up, lifting the arms, breathe in. And exhale, breathe out. Bend the knees, inhale. Lift the arms. Exhale to fold. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Lovely. This time, just to stand. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Okay. Arms are now going to reach back behind us. Nice chest opener, shoulder opener here. Interlace the fingers. And then it's a big push. Chest forwards. Lifting the hands. So that it might be super tight. That's all good. If you're finding it hard to take a bind, just get a strap. And you're going to hold that strap with that same sensation of pushing chest forward, arms straight. For 3, for 2, and for 1. Good. Now take the feet a little wider and we're going to start to hinge forward. Another fold, this time with the arms back, so we're getting into those shoulders. Feel free to nod, to bounce, whatever feels, most opening or accessible for you. Good. And then soften the knees, let go of the hands. Try not to let them just massively drop. And then a nice gentle roll. Back up we go to stand. Ah, wonderful. Let's circle the arms. 3, 2, 1. Back for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Then I'm going to lift the arms, and then here take a little cactus. So I want you to really spread the fingers. You're squeezing your shoulder blades together, and then we're going to round, drawing the elbows, little fingers to touch. Inhale. Exhale. So a standing cat-cow. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Wonderful. And then lift all the way up and take the arms down. Super nice. Okay. Back to that wide leg for me. And we're going to take a side stretch now. So you're going to reach your right hand down the right leg and reach your left arm alongside the ear. Now you're going to find a brilliantly full side body stretch all the way from your fingers down past the hip to the ankle. So really reach it long. If it's a little bit too deep for you, by all means go next to a wall for a little bit of support, or maybe keep this hand onto the hip. That might help support you a little bit here. At the same time, want to turn to look up towards the ceiling and breathe. 3, 2, 1. Lovely. We're going to lift up and over, opposite side. Good. Now we're going to lift back up and reach both hands up. If you can, take a little bind. So it's called a Kali Mudra. We're bringing the fingers crossed, first finger and thumb pointing up. I'm going to draw a huge circle, nice and slow, up and round. So we're bringing everything into play, warming up those hips we started with, taking it down the backs of the legs, side body, up and through the arms and the shoulders, bringing it all to play here. Taking it all the way around. And let's reverse. Really good energizing move for the body. So when you wish you should have tied your hair up. Oh, good. One more big circle. And we're going to end. Let the arms drop. Whew, just feel that energy, that rush. You know, you might find that was a little bit dizzy, but I don't know, it gives you the kind of, whew, yes, we're ready. So bringing the feet back together. Little roll of shoulders. And then here, deep breath, inhale and exhale. Nice. Hope that felt good. Hope you feel a little bit more pumped, energized, stretched out, and ready for the rest of the day ahead.